Hello everyone, today we finish the story of the rending of the kingdom, the tearing apart of the kingdom. We know that after Solomon's death that Jeroboam would become king of part of what Israel was, and that one of Solomon's sons will also become king as well. So let's continue to read our story today. It is based off of 1 Kings 12, if you would like to read that on your own time. Now that Solomon has died, a new king must reign. When Solomon was anointed king, the entire city rejoiced so loudly that the earth shook. Now the son of Solomon becomes king. His name is Rehoboam, but the people of Jerusalem are not glad. There is no sound of rejoicing. It is quiet and peaceful in the capital. One day a chariot rides through the gate of the city. In that chariot stands Rehoboam. He looks very serious. He is going to Shechem, a city. What is he going to do there? When he rides to the gates of Shechem, many people are there. It is very busy, for thousands of Israelites have gathered together. Rehoboam asks them what they want. Then a young man walks forward and speaks in the name of all of the people. He is Jeroboam. Didn't Jeroboam flee to Egypt? He was there, but immediately after the death of Solomon, he returned to his own country. Now he speaks. King, I shall speak to you honestly. We had to work very hard for your father. We had to pay very high taxes. It was really too heavy. Now we have come together to ask of you, in a friendly way, if you will not make us work so hard and to relieve us from paying so much taxes. Will you make our burdens lighter? It has become quiet. Everyone is waiting for an answer from Rehoboam. Will he listen to them? Rehoboam thinks for a moment and then says, I cannot give you an answer immediately. I must first think about it. Come again after 3 days and I shall give you an answer then. They all agree to this, and they wait 3 days. During this time, he will seek advice. First, he goes to older and wiser men who had been with his father and had heard the wisdom of Solomon, learning much from him. What must I do? He asks them. Speak with the people in a friendly manner, they advise him. Give in to them for a while, and they will be obedient to you. Make an effort to win the favor of the people. That was wise advice for Rehoboam. You must listen to it. But, Rehoboam thinks, I shall ask my friends also. I shall ask my young advisor. I would also like to know what they will say. They answer him, You will give in to those people? You must never do that. You must show that you are king. Above all, you must not be afraid, for you must let them see that you do not fear them. Rehoboam agrees. They must not think that they can play with him. They must not think that he is a weakling. 3 days later, the people come back. You complain about my father, sounds his voice. But wait, I will make things much worse. I shall make you work much harder. I shall make you pay more taxes. I am the king and not you. For a moment it is quiet. Then a loud cry is heard. The people are furious. We will no longer recognize you as our king, they cry angrily. We will choose another king for ourselves. We will no longer have anything to do with you. A dangerous rebellion breaks out. Rehoboam did not expect anything like this. He tries to fix this mistake, so he sends Adoram, the man who always gathered the taxes from the people for Solomon. Adoram goes to these people to talk things over with them, but he is stoned and killed by the people. Rehoboam notices that the people are furious and that it is impossible to talk to them anymore. It is too dangerous for him to stay in Shechem. It could be that in a little while they will stone him too. He must try to leave Shechem as quickly as possible before it is too late. He climbs into his chariot and flees to Jerusalem. The people of the tribe of Judah remain faithful to Rehoboam, for they do not take part in the rebellion. Rehoboam calls them to the battle and gathers together his army. He will punish the rebels and he will force them into obedience. But just then a prophet comes to meet him and says, "You must not do this, king. The Lord forbids you. There is nothing you can do, because the Lord has directed everything to happen this way." Rehoboam listens to the prophet. The 10 tribes who do not recognize Rehoboam as their king desire Jeroboam to be their king. So from now on, there are 2 kings reigning over Israel. Jeroboam reigns in Shechem over 10 tribes. Rehoboam reigns in Jerusalem over 2 tribes. The words of the old prophet Ahijah are now being fulfilled.